a creation, everything. And so I pay attention. So I'm gonna start, and a lot of times I just go like this, all of them. And immediately I have here when I look how it changes, in just a few seconds. And look at these lines that have formed. Isn't that amazing?
That's gorgeous.
Isn't it gorgeous just by itself? And then I'm going to the other side and feeling everything and moving everything with some force, but look at that. Isn't it cool? And I'm gonna see why this is, I think I tied it here. So now I'm going to, okay. Now I have this pile. And as I have, the more I have, the more I start creating here around me. There will be like things already created here.
An assemblage sculpture.
Is this yours or
Assemblage.
mine?
It's yours.
That's mine. Okay. What?
An
What?
assemblage.
Yeah. Assemblage. Little nest. And now I see that this is a little bit difficult. So I'm just going to see what's happening here.
Oh my gosh.
So I have this little piece right here. And then look at this gorgeousness.
Oh my gosh.
Everything that I do is a creation by itself.
It does itself.
It does, but right. So this is what I was talking about yesterday. How the least control you insert. Like if I would try to create this, right? That's all what you can say. It's This happens when you let go of control. When you go to sleep. Yeah. When you go to sleep. You just facilitate a process. You are not like, here I am in control, I am bringing it from beginning to end, it's my plan. That's just not how it works. The more we do this, the less beauty comes out of us. It's because it's all contrived. And I think it's about life like this. It's about love, it's about relationships, it's about so many different things. It's about your garden, if you want like everything manicured, and in the end it just doesn't look like human or living or breathing, and we want things to breathe. So now I have this, and I'm going to turn it the other side and see how I attached all of these here, and I'm just going to see. And you take your time, You see where it needs to be to be treated with gentleness, and where you need to be a little bit more forceful. This piece is kind of nice here.
Oh wow. Nice.
Look at that.
Holy moly! Wow. You dug it up.
What? I did
Looks
what?
like you dug it up from some
Yeah,
ancient
right?
archaeological site.
Exactly. But we actually just did it yesterday, right?
That's what I love about this
Yeah,
process.
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at that. The more I open, the more I reveal. There's just more
Ah.
things going on here.
It's like a batik.
Yes,
What'd you say?
batik.
Batik, yeah.
Okay, so now I'm gonna start seeing what's happening here. So that's like my burrito that I closed yesterday. I feel your excitement, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Look at all this. This letter was. Look at this. So I have this, and then I have this.
Mm.
Mm. Still wet? You
Hmm?
feel it wet still?
Yes, a little bit wet because we want it to be a little bit wet.
Mm.
This is my cloth, right? This is
Your quilt.
my quilt. And when it's wet like this, it's a little bit, yeah, yeah. So,
Kind of damp.
yes, a little bit, which is good. And now I have, for some reason, the way that I cut it, like I have, look, those little
Yeah,
pages,
yeah,
almost I have here like a little journal, you know?
Little pocket.
Yeah. Right? Like I didn't even plan for a journal, but look, I have here already 4 pages. Look at that beauty. Amazing. You remember how it was?
Yeah.
The things that we didn't want to say goodbye to, but now look at all the things that happen, all the stitches and all the things that happen, and all the writing that went from one side to another. Look, it ghosted here, and here on the dress.
That's ready to hang up.
Yeah.
Will
So
this become another piece of art? for you? Do you-
I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen.
Okay.
So
Fair
here,
enough.
yeah, what
that's
I'm going to do now is maybe, try to separate some, because that's the pocket, right?
Yeah, but there's easy. Or one.
Well, I can fuss around with this a little bit later.
What is it you're trying to do?
Yeah.
I didn't
I
catch
just
that.
like separate because the bag is like it's like
Oh.
2 sides.
Uh-huh.
So things could happen, but I will leave it like this. I'd like you to just keep this as is, the quilt for now, when you open it. And then you have all the papers that you put in there, right? And here's and rusty things. Here's a picture of that, things
that
happen to
couple.
it. So all kinds of things happen to the things that you put in there. Like I
So we
always
can
thought,
take
like
that
I could
apart
just
too.
put like,
Mhm.
sew it all together and I have a book right there.
You do, yeah.
You know, if I
Yeah.
wanted to,
Yeah.
just get everything out of there, keep it like this, sew it, let it dry,
You
and then
a
I
book.
have already a book right there.
And a
This
book cover,
bit.
maybe. Like, that's so beautiful.
Yeah. Right? This.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You see things happen.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
can.
Will you
Oh.
sew it with wet paper? Will it be okay?
I'm sorry.
Will you sew it with your wet paper?
Oh
Will
yeah,
it be okay?
yeah. Of course.
It won't
I could
break?
also dry them first if.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Either way.
Either way, and if it breaks a little bit, that's cool too. But look at this
Wow.
gorgeous paper. And it's like open
Oh my
this.
gosh, that looks like, hold on. It almost looks like the up and down, like what's
Oh.
Yeah,
a
it's right.
language that goes
Asian,
up and down.
yeah.
Yeah, Asian.
An Asian language.
Yes, there's just
But look
something
at this
very
here.
beautiful. Oh my.
Look at that.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Ooh, that's cool. Oh my gosh.
Cool. Yeah, that's a piece.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. Isn't it awesome?
Oh.
Ah, that's a lady? That's a
Yeah, this
lady.
the faces.
Ah, the faces are beautiful.
Yeah. And every time you open, you see you have a spread that is looking different. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. together,
Holy mackerel.
right? Look how pretty. Look at this. Look at this piece. Just this is my Oregon. Some things, will be coming this way, which I like. Yes. Here's that postcard that I had
Oh.
with this woman. And now it's so much more,
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
right?
So much.
It's not so
So-
much revealing now.
Yes, exactly.
It's also subtle in a way that is
Right.
very pleasing, like very.
Yeah, you
Right?
see her
Yeah.
face more than the body, eh?
Uh-huh. Yeah, some things get hidden. When you do these kind of things, some things get hidden. And it's more suggestive, right? It's just
Yeah.
like a little
Yes.
bit of a breath. It's not like, oh, look at me, pretty.
Yeah.
And it's not that piece anymore. It's just so dreamy.
Very dreamy.
Yeah, so I can do this, but what I would like you to do is just start spreading them like this on your table. Okay, it's a little bit messy here.
Can I touch the picture?
Yes, of course. Oh, this one.
Yeah.
And it will dry. When it dries,
Love
it's like,
that.
yeah.
It's like a
That
drop.
bit of
No,
rust.
tear
It's
drop.
just beautiful.
Yes. Look at this here. It's so cool.
Mm.
Yeah, so I would like you to do this and just spread them like this on your table, on your beautiful clean table. Okay? And so from now on, when you do this, I will ask you to be quiet, be just with this, you and that bundle. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah,
Mm.
you're free to go. These type of thing, for example, because it's wet, you can open it like this and get like two pieces that are really interesting too. And then you have this side and this side. And what I like about this process too,
Look
like
at
if you
that.
want to make a book, like one of these books that we have here, and some of that, Beatrice does, it's that with this process you immediately have two sides.
Yeah.
So you don't create immediately. This is already, you can work with this, you can work with this. Is something here, and it's something here. All of them, even the one that was a postcard, there was nothing there. On the other side, now it's an interesting piece that you can work with.
They can all be pages in your book.
That could be
That's
all,
what you're
all
saying.
pages in your book. And later, when what we're doing now, we're not making a book. Well, we could make a book too, with addresses and stuff. Nothing is stopping you. But with this, you could later on have more choices to work with. And then you have also sometimes the dilemma of like, oh, but I like both sides, and then you have to choose what you like more, which is a part of the creative process. This one feels thick to me, and so I will try to separate and see what happens.
Will you paint too, like with acrylics on top of it?
On top of it, you
Yeah.
could, yes, of course.
You can do
could.
anything.
You can do anything. You can stitch on top of it because you love stitching.
Collage.
Collage on it, yeah. You see, I just
Great. Wow.
I
I
cut.
thought that would get all wet.
This is or that that
wow.
that's
Now that's
look at now it's like a
really cool. Wow.
like
Hang on.
Oh, wow.
oh look at her on this
Yeah.
one.
window.
Look at
Yes, I
her on
really
the other
see her.
side.
Can I see too? It looks like a transfer.
Yeah.
And then you have this other piece that is completely awesome.
It's totally
If
different.
you make a
now.
little book and you fold it, you already have,
There's
pages.
a little book.
Right?
Oh, man.
Goodness. Like
Wow.
you could
Sweetness.
take anything,
Oh yeah.
put it in there, and you change the look.
You bind it and
Yeah.
or not.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's some way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay, but we're going a little bit ahead of ourselves.
exciting.
So let's just open our bundle.
So fantastic.
Quiet time with you, your hands, everything that unfolds. Take it all in.